Acharya ji, I have been a very cautious kind of person my whole life, and as I'm learning more and more about spirituality, I feel that my habit of thinking and analyzing is becoming more of an impediment, yet I hesitate in making the leap of faith. This hesitation is my current problem. How should I handle it?
No, you see, when you say that there needs to be a leap of faith in the spiritual process, then you are almost making it sound as if the spiritual process involves irrationality somewhere. You're saying that you are a person who thinks and analyzes, and the thinking and the analyzing is becoming an impediment, and you want to now have a leap of faith. It appears from your description as if this leap of faith is something that rational thought and sharp analysis do not permit. And it has been traditionally viewed that way. It has been said that spirituality is not for those who think too much, that spirituality is not a matter of the mind, it is a thing of the heart, that if you are very logical or intellectual, then you won't proceed far in the spiritual process. Such things have been said. But now let me turn the matter on its head. When we hesitate in proceeding with that which is obviously right, then are our fears rational in the first place? We seem to be calling spirituality as irrational and the impeding instrument as rational. I want to turn the question around. When we find that we are not able to proceed with the simple matters of life due to our deep hesitations and primitive fears, are we being rational? There might be a situation, and there are several such situations every day, where the benefits of taking a certain course of action are very obviously there, and yet we hesitate. And when we hesitate, then we want to say that we are unable to take that leap of faith. Do we require any leap of faith at all in the first place? Do we require a leap of faith in the first place? Or do we just need to overcome our irrational, dark, illogical, unfounded illusions and superstitions? You might know very well that a particular job is not good for you. You also know that some other job in some other company or industry or sector is waiting for you. But you are now so accustomed to your current job and your work environment. You are so habituated to your work patterns that in spite of all kinds of evidence being available in favor of the job switch, you still do not make that decision. Now, to make that decision, do you require a leap of faith, or do you simply require to be a logical, rational human being? There is all evidence, including empirical evidence, in favor of that job switch. But my entire system has got habituated to a particular pattern of work, to a particular set of colleagues, to a particular work environment, to particular kinds of process flows. In spite of knowing very well, and not knowing in a meditative way, not knowing in a spiritual way, but knowing in a very, very factual way, knowing very factually that I should go for a change, I still hesitate in changing. Now, to make the change, do I need to be faithful or rational? But I'm not rational. And I do not want to accept that it is rationality that I lack. So I present it as a lack of faith. Now that becomes more pardonable, you see. That's our inner trick. If I say I'm irrational, that's almost like saying I'm insane. So I don't want to say that I am deeply irrational, that my inner fears are not allowing me to make even the simplest of right decisions. I want to often present it as a spiritual matter. I say, you see, I'm not able to have that flight in which you jump off the cliff, and as you jump off, you grow wings. Now, this kind of a reluctance to jump off blindly from a cliff appears more acceptable and pardonable. Who would want to blindly jump off from a cliff? So if you say that you are reluctant in doing that kind of a thing, you are excused. But the fact is that it is not about jumping blindly off a cliff. It is about taking a simple, straightforward, logical decision. And that we are not able to take because inside us still a lot of that old jungle keeps roaring. There is very little rationality in the jungle. Instead, there is a lot of impulse, instinct, hidden, latent tendencies, very powerful emotionality. very powerful drivers hidden in deep dark recesses of the mind. And that's what drives us. The rational part of us is still quite underdeveloped. Most of our decision making happens from the point of the caveman, the jungle dweller. To overcome that jungleness, you do not require esoteric, mystical spirituality. You simply require to be logical, reasonable, rational. You do not even require meditation. You do not require any kind of exotic stuff mentioned in the Oriental scriptures. You simply require good old-fashioned logical ability. Are you getting it? Spirituality is for those who want to transcend their logical state. But to transcend your logical state, you should be first of all fully in the logical state. Most of us do not exist in that state first of all. We exist in the illogical, primitive, jungle-like state. You say you think and analyze. You say you overthink and overanalyze. That might not really be the case. I invite you to go deeper into the matter. It is quite possible that you don't think enough. It is quite possible that your analysis is still quite superficial. Thinking, when transcended, leads you into thoughtlessness. But it is not thoughtlessness that most people require. Most people require to first of all have the power to think clearly. Only when you have clarity in thought, then you can approach thoughtlessness. We require more thought so that the caveman who was incapable of thinking can be overcome. Are you getting it? When you find that thought has been saturated, when you find that thinking has done the maximum it could, then it is the time to push the brakes on thinking. Right now, it is not that you are thinking too much. Right now, it is that you are unable to see that your problem is not thought, but unreasonable hesitation. So, you do not require a leap of faith down a blind abyss. You probably require careful observation of what stops you from proceeding on the factually, materially right course of action. Logic does not stand against logic. It is that old animal who was pre-logical. He is the one who does not understand any logic. Once you see that that animal is doing the talking. Once you see that it is that animal who is disturbing you, then you will stop caring for him. Hmm? Then the right thing will be possible.